Hey folks, and welcome back to I Played a Thing, Dark Savior. I am coming off the worst workday of 2009 so far, but that's okay, it's all in the past now, and we've got some Parallel 3 to get started on. Now, Death Valley is going to be pretty much a straight copy and paste of everything we saw in Parallel 2, so I'm going to be cutting out large chunks of it and just tuning back in for the parts that have new content, so I'll see you again for the first of those. Oh boy, it's a brand new episode of the Kurt and Doc Show! Actually, this is going to be a very familiar conversation for the most part, but there are a few new lines and a few nods to what the plot is going to be about for this parallel. Such as it is, this is not a very particularly plot-heavy or important parallel. Existing, as mentioned before, mostly to set up Parallel 4. And it's not particularly rare to see Kurt so pessimistic, considering he was noted as being so in Parallels 1 and 2. But here is a new development. The Asian bootleg BIOS. Also, there seems to be some dissension in the JLO, although I can't see Bruno fighting amongst much of anything, considering he committed the crowning moment of dumb shit in the intro. Yeah, as we just saw at the end of the previous parallel, he is pretty fucking evil. But enough of that, there's a bunch more repetition to come, so prepare for edit. Alright, are you ready to meet that most vicious of BIOS monsters? The dynamically overclocked, fan-controlled, Energy Star compliant ASUS Express Gate... Elephant! Yeah, not really what you'd expect from the BIOS line, considering it tends to be, of a more Earth sign concentration normally. But I gotta say, I like his, strong sad feat. Also his reality warping block animation. Ow, shithead. And also, goddamn, when his body is fully stretched out, like when he gets knocked down, look at the size of this fucker. He's quite huge. And we're gonna be going for the capture here because it is possible on this guy. And we've got our very own elephant. I will call him Stampy. And we proceed up the tree in our normal fashion, into the Walls of Death, which have absolutely nothing new to offer us. So, once again, brace for edit. And what have we here? If I didn't know better, I'd say our quarry has paid a little visit to JLO headquarters. Yeah, no shit. Jack, I don't think I needed your sensors to tell me that much. Apparently, Belan dragged Bruno all the way back here. Or maybe he possessed Bruno and had him kill all the other JLO members. And they seem to recognize each other from other parallels, which I find to be kind of a neat touch, even though they don't seem to directly know each other. Once again, Yarian just remembering little bits and bobs of his dreams. And we get a nice bracelet out of it, so at least there's that. Oh, can't forget the booze. It's important not to lose track of our priorities. But first, we've got a little communique. There's that Plan D again. And since Bruno is dead, he can't object to the plan. Interesting that in this parallel, Kurt Legan has absolutely no difficulty finding JLO headquarters. He just kind of saunters right in. Yes, Gary, and that's exactly what D stands for. We're going to be porting over into Castlevania momentarily, except oh no, it's DeBose. You may remember him from such films as Carbon Floor. Anyway, as per my earlier intention, we'll raid the stash. And continue on our way through this conveniently broken door, which I believe should take us right to the Bellanium mine. No, bit of sewage to take care of first. Okay, I have hustled myself through the usual sewers and gate puzzles, only to find out that in the mines, gates number 4 and 5 are both broken. So what we will need to do is hit the manual override for gate 4. And how do we access the manual switch for gate 4? Well, we start by climbing up this really long ladder. I'm still in a dream, snakebird eater, snakebird eater. Anyway, the switch we seek is in this building, on the far side of some relatively trivial conveyor belt jumping puzzles. In the first of them, we just have to follow these conveyors. Nothing much we really have to do other than go with the flow of the traffic and not get crushed under any of these crushers, which is easy to avoid. No big deal at all. That's it for part 1 of the conveyor segments. No, it isn't. There's a bit more to go. Sorry. My terrible memory strikes again. Now that we climb up this ladder, that is it for section 1 of the conveyor segment. As a matter of fact, I am. Oh sure, let Garion do it. Well, that's alright. You can jump to this ladder here, but it doesn't actually lead anywhere. I think it's just meant as more of a hint that you'll have to jump to a ladder sooner than later. For now, all we're really doing is continuing to follow conveyor belts. Going with the flow here doesn't get you anywhere. You have to backtrack by jumping across that gap. And here's the ladder we want. Jump into the building here, down the hole. That switch doesn't seem to do anything. You hit the correct switch, and you're all done. And we can just take the rapid route to get back out of the manual override station. And after a healthy shattering of Garion's... What are you standing on? Okay, I was going to say a shattering of Garion's kneecaps, but since he seemed to land on some bits of geometry on the way down, never mind that. And here it is, folks. Minecart Hell. Even worse than the Parallel 2 version. But we'll save that little nugget of joy for next time. This has been Un. Glad to have you along, and I'll see you soon.